Guys, I've stumbled upon something mind-blowing. This trading strategy is incredibly powerful, and if you follow the rules I'll share, you can make amazing profits in a short time. I'm so confident about it that I'll backtest it 100 times with an initial account size of $1,000 and a 2% risk per trade to demonstrate its potential.
But before that, I want to introduce you to our backtesting service, as it makes it very easy and saves you time when backtesting your strategy. Thousands of traders are using Trader Edge to get an edge on their competition. It also has a lot of features that would definitely take you one step ahead of your trading career, just like the position calculator that serves as a great tool for risk management. Are you not sure how to backtest? No worries, you will also get a full step-by-step backtesting plan which has a $100 value. Not sure how to build a profitable trading strategy? No worries, you will also get a full course on how to build a profitable mechanical trading strategy which has a $270 value. And if you sign up right now, they'll even throw in for pre-made high-quality strategies that have a $100 value. That's for $170 worth of bonuses, all for free. But only if you sign up right now. Trader Edge has a 7-day free trial, so there's absolutely no risk. Click the link in the description below.
Okay guys, let's take a look at the USD-JPY pair on a 5-minute chart and add some indicators to help us understand what's going on. We'll start by adding the whole suite indicator buy-in silico as our first indicator. This indicator will give us some valuable insights. Then, for the second indicator, we'll use the Scalping Pullback tool by Justunkelel. Next up, we need a third indicator to look for divergences among multiple indicators. Make sure you pick the V4 version, not V3, because they both look quite similar. Just be cautious while choosing it. Okay, let's make some adjustments to the whole suite indicator. Double-click on the whole suite indicators and change the length to 100. Now, for better visuals, let's increase the opacity levels from all, show, and band filter. And don't forget to uncheck the band color option. Moving on to the Scalping Pullback tool, let's clean up the chart a bit by removing some unnecessary scripts. Follow this preset in the style settings. Once that's done, change the first bar color to green and the second bar color to red. Also, slightly increase the opacity for the trend BG color. Now, let's focus on the divergence indicator. Double-click on it and change the pivot point to 9. To keep things clear, uncheck all other options except for show divergence number and money flow index. Alright, now that our system is set up, let's talk about the trading rules in a way that's easy to understand. This system is designed to follow the trend, so we aim to avoid losses when the market is moving sideways and maximize our profits when the trend is in our favor. When we're looking to buy, we need to check a few things. First, we want the background to be green. Then, we need to see a yellow divergence signal below the red whole suite indicator to confirm a bullish signal. Additionally, we should wait for the whole suite indicator to change to green, showing sufficient bullish direction in the market. Once all these conditions are met, we can take a long position. For this long position, we'll set our stop loss at the recent swing low where we saw the divergence. And we'll aim for a take profit level that's 2 times the amount we risked on the trade. If you're an experienced trader with good money management, you can stay in the trade until the whole suite changes color, riding the bullish run to its end. But if you're a beginner and prefer a certain exit point, you can still make good profits by taking 2 times what you risked in the market. On one particular trade, we made more than 3.5 times what we risked, so it can be quite lucrative. Now, for short trades, we look for the opposite conditions. We need the background to be red and a purple divergence on a green suite moving average. To confirm a short signal, we also require sufficient bearish moves, and the whole suite needs to change to red. Once all these rules are met, we can take a short position and set our stop loss at the recent swing high. Just like with long trades, if the price moves in our favor, we'll close the position when we get 2 times the amount we risked in the market. Okay guys, let me give you some more examples so you have a better idea of how to trade with this system. So over here, we can see that our background is on green, and we got our first signal here in this bullish trend. The signal is under the red whole sweet moving average. So we have our whole sweet change to green at this candlestick. And our point of entry is at this trigger candlestick. So we open the trade here. Stop loss at the recent swing low of the divergence, and take profits at 2 times the risk. And we see this trade became successful. Now we have a new bearish background, and we can see we didn't get any bearish divergence signal on this red background. This shows there was no valid entry on this bearish trend. Now notice the new bullish background. And we got this valid entry here. As the background is bullish, we have the whole sweet in red, and the entry was confirmed at this point where it changed to green, as the divergence was when the whole sweet was on red. So this entry is confirmed for a long position. So the stop loss at the lows of the recent swing low. And take profit at 2 times the risk. We can see the profits were closed at this point. And like I mentioned earlier, you can remain on the trade and exit the trade when the whole sweet changes to red after the trade has been triggered. But for simplicity, we'll be using just 2 times what we risked in the market. So we move on. Now for this bullish divergence we got here. We wouldn't have taken it because we got the signal when the background is in orange. So whenever the background is on orange color, we do not enter any divergence signal, as this indicates there is an indecision on where the market price might be headed next. Now over here, we got 2 bullish signals that are under the red whole sweet moving average, and our entry for a long trade at this point. So we would have to open our position at the close of this trigger candlestick. Our stop loss and take profit remains the same. So we can see we successfully bagged 3 trades. Okay, here we did not get any valid trades at this point, as there is no bearish divergence. Now we have a bullish divergence here, and the background is bullish, but we wouldn't have taken any trades here, as we can see our final confirmation was not met before the background changed to orange. So we move on. Okay, here, we did not get any valid bullish divergence on this bullish trend. Now over here, we had a bearish signal. But yet again, the whole sweet did not trigger the entry for trade till the background was changed. So we skipped this trade. Now here, we got a divergence to hunt for trade entries, and again, the whole sweet prevented us from taking any trades at this point, as it remained on red, and if we look closely, there was no entry confirmation till the end of the trend. So we have to skip the divergence signal. Now you can notice that if you follow these rules correctly, we would have been very profitable on the market, as our rules also avoids taking bad trades. Moving on, there was no confirmed signal at this bullish background. And again here, no confirmed signal. Finally here, we got a valid entry, as the background is bullish. And the bullish divergence was at this point where the whole sweet was red, and we waited till our entry point before taking a long trade. Stop loss and take profit levels will remain the same. Like I said earlier, if you applied risk management rule to this trade, you would have exited the trade here, and if the trade was left to run, we can notice our profit target was still hit. Now we got a valid bearish signal here, and this would have been our first losing trade here. As we can see, we got all our conditions for the trade entry here, and if we took this trade placing our stop loss and taking profit levels, we can see the trade was a total loss. This signal was not valid, as the background is not on a clear trend, and the bearish divergence was not triggered as our conditions are not met. So guys, I hope you can now easily understand how we enter trades using the rules stated in this video. So make sure the rules are followed as stated. So here we keep getting bullish divergence, but there are no valid trade entries because our background is showing we are in a bearish trend, and we skip these false signals. And here, we got a bearish signal, but the market is already in an indecisive mode, as the trade is invalid. Now we got another valid entry on a bullish background, and if we enter this confirmed entry at this point, our stop loss and take profit levels remain the same. Okay guys, we can see this is the end of the chart. And in total, we bagged 5 winning trades and lost just 1. So let us now dive into the proper backtesting for this strategy, and see how it performed after taking 100 trades. I just finished my backtesting, and let me tell you, this strategy is doing really well. I rated as high as 61% for a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, which is impressive. We managed to gain 83% profits on our account during the testing. However, it's important to keep in mind that when you trade live, the numbers might be a bit different due to spreads and fees that come into play. But overall, our equity curve looks fantastic, and we didn't experience any major drawdowns. Those spikes you see on the chart are the big moves we caught when the market was trending in our favor. Our profit factor, which is a measure of how well our strategy performed, is at a solid 3.13. We had 6 consecutive winning trades, and although we had 4 consecutive losses too, our winning streak shows the strategy's potential. Currently, our strategy is ranked second in terms of its performance ratio, and I highly recommend trying it out for yourself. You can backtest and forward test it on different markets and time frames to see how it performs. I'm thrilled to share these amazing strategies with you for free, and all I ask in return is just a quick like on this video. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, feel free to subscribe to this channel.